Fracture Sounds just released what might become my new go-to piano library. It's called Spotlight Piano, and it's not only a world-class concert grand Steinway, but also a comprehensive sound design tool, all wrapped up in this modern, user-friendly interface. Spotlight Piano is their flagship piano library that was recorded in a beautifully acoustic concert hall, just like their Midnight Grand and Glacier Keys libraries. And I'm really excited because this is my very first introduction to the Fracture Sounds ecosystem. Luke and the team at Fracture Sounds were kind enough to send over a copy, and I just immediately fell in love with the quality of the sound. The piano is designed to seamlessly blend into your template, whether you are creating a score or just sketching out a concept. And as of right now, you can pick it up for their special launch price of $99, so make sure you check that out. Designed with cinematic scoring in mind, the Spotlight Piano offers a range of intuitive sonic shaping and performance tweaking controls. The main user interface is streamlined for ease of use, and it has a simple set of controls to help sculpt your sound. Those color and timbre shift knobs really let us shape the quality of our sound to be maybe duller or brighter, or a perfect blend in the middle. And then we have the stereo width, which spreads out the piano and gives us that cinematic sound. Versus something more mono. And then the atmosphere intensity knob is going to lead us into this layer mix, so we will get to that in a second. So a popular feature that's making its return from other libraries by Fracture Sounds is the atmosphere layers. And they are a collection of pads and textures that are designed to perfectly blend with this original raw piano signal. And so by adding in these layers, you get this brand new kind of charm and character that goes beyond just like your standard piano recording. And what I didn't know before I started recording was that you can go beyond just the 3 layers that are provided for you. So we have Luna, Mist, Flare, Glint, Wisp, Foray, Shade, Aura, Ether, and Glow. If we were to mute this raw signal, we could get these beautiful atmospheric ambient pads just from these different layers. And that's where the atmosphere intensity knob can come into play. The effect is subtle, but it can make a huge difference in your sound. So let's bump it all the way up. And then let's bump it all the way down. And I think the addition of those different atmospheric layers is what really makes the Spotlight Piano stand out compared to a lot of the other Steinway grand pianos out there. Fracture Sounds has really paid attention to every little detail, capturing the nuance of the piano down to the hammers and pedal noises. And then we even have the sound of the room itself. And of course, we're going to have easy control over the different types of reverbs that we get. So we have room, hall, convolution, and shimmer. So let's try hall, and let's bump that up a bit. And then let's try maybe something like shimmer. And I want you to hear the raw signal alone so that you can see the difference between what's reverb and what's atmosphere layers. And then if you got rid of the reverb altogether, you get this super dry raw signal, which could be great if you're using a different reverb in your DAW. But I do love the sound of the space that this piano was recorded in. So I'm gonna actually keep it back to room. Now remember, this piano is a fantastic tool for cinematic composing or even just sketching out your ideas. And because it caters to different styles of music, I wanna share with you my free film composer recipe book. It covers the basic methods of composing for different genres of film and television music. From horror to fantasy, action and drama, this guide is going to take you through the key ingredients of melody, harmony, rhythm, and orchestration for each genre. Again, it's absolutely free, so I left a link in the description down below if you do want to check it out. Now, the recording process for this library involved placing 16 mics very close to the piano, but also further back in the hall. These were then mixed to 3 distinct perspectives, close, mid, and far signals. And I think that offers a broad range of sonic options from an intimate studio sound all the way to a classical recital ambience. What's really nice is that the library does offer those 3 signals that can each be controlled by different faders. And by going back to the layer mix, we'll see that those 3 perspectives are then routed to this single raw signal. And then you can also use this perspective slider to smoothly transition between a close to a farther distant mix. So this is going to be very close. Maybe something in the mid range versus something very far. And then for those who want even more control, there is an advanced mix setting panel. This is going to give you access to time alignment and a blend between body and hammer positions for your close mics. Now, one of the new features in Spotlight Piano is the ability to fully customize your dynamic response of your piano. And this is going to be where you can really modify the piano's character, or you can match the feel of your own MIDI keyboard. So head on over to the response page and you'll see that we have the timbre scaling as well as volume scaling. And I think that is just so cool that we can adjust timbre separately from the volume, and timbre being, you know, like the aggressiveness of the sound. So right now, if I were to press softly, I should get a softer dynamic of the piano. But then if I were to press it hard, it should give me that more aggressive tone. If I were to bring this all the way up, even if I were to press soft, I should now hear that aggressive sound. But you can adjust the curve of how hard or how soft you hit, and when you get to that aggressive point or that timbre. Like no matter how hard I press, it's taking a lot to get to that intense piano sound. And then by bringing the curve this way, getting to that point should be much easier. But then volume scaling is different because we're affecting how loud or soft the piano is in relation to how hard we press our keys. So if I were to bring this all the way up, I'm not pressing that hard, we're getting just a louder sound. And then what I love about Spotlight Piano is that even this settings page is just matching that clean feel of the entire library. So in this single tab, you can adjust your advanced settings if you even want to go there. You can adjust your latency, response, clarity, decay, and a few more. Now, the Spotlight Piano also comes with 21 curated presets, making it adaptable to a huge range of styles without ever feeling overwhelming. And what I like about more recent libraries in general is that they are taking advantage of the snapshot feature in Contact. So instead of all of those lists and folders off to the side here, we actually can get everything organized within a single NKI. And I think we actually get the perfect amount amount of piano versus texture presets that let us intimately know our piano as a go-to resource while still offering new and fresh sounds that can keep us inspired. So for example, the default is this balance preset, but maybe let's try the bright preset. And we can see that the color knob is shifted up a bit, the timbre shift, the atmosphere intensity is brought down a little bit, and it still is a lot of close and mid mic signals. Maybe if we were to try bone dry, I think that would be just like this super close up signal. Perspective is all the way close. Yep, no mid or far. Yeah, and when they took out the atmosphere altogether, so this should be similar to what we heard when we were testing this out earlier. What if we tried loss accompanist? All right, color shifted all the way up, stereo width brought down a little bit, atmosphere intensity definitely brought up to around 75%. Our layers changed to glint, foray, and flare. Mic is close, mid, far. Okay, so we've seen that. So let's give it a try. Oh, that is beautiful. Oh, I love that. I really, really love that one actually. And that kind of leads us into the textures. So if that was just a piano, then I'm sure that maybe we're not going to use the raw signal as much. So what if we tried dream sequence? So it mutes the raw signal. We have ether, flare, and glint, atmosphere intensity up, reverb brought down a little bit, but the sound knobs are generally the same, and a little bit of curve for volume and timbre. Okay. Oh, that is like a nice slow attack there too. That's really nice. Let us try piano and orchestra. So it does turn off the raw. We have complete timbre and color shift, bit of reverb, atmospheric intensity. We lose, interesting. Okay, so raw is turned off, but it does still give us an option for close and mid signals. Let's just take a listen. And this is piano and orchestra. Really, really nice. It does almost sound like a distant, far off violin or something. Through the Veil, let's try it. It does seem like our raw signal is muted. We do have glow, aura, and wisp. Color and timbre are shifted down, so I'm guessing this should be a duller sound. Atmosphere intensity all the way up, and this is Through the Veil. really delicate sound, I think, in comparison to some of the others. And I think we can definitely say that is the color and timbre shift. I think with all of the presets and all the control we have within this library, Spotlight Piano is definitely a versatile and powerful tool for really any musician. There is just this brilliant blend between authentic piano sounds and innovative new features that I really hope make it a new standard for piano sampling. So whether you're composing cinematic scores or just sketching out your ideas, I think that Spotlight Piano should be a contender for your next go-to piano library. Now, if you need some more ideas to help fill out your orchestral template, then check out some of these walkthrough videos next. I'll see you over there, and as always, happy composing.